Welcome to Pink Kink,
where we are ready to guide you through the wild and wonderful world of kink.
I'm Princess Rara.
And I'm Dara, the Electro Khaleesi.
Whether you are a baby kinkster, a seasoned pro, or just here for the entertainment, Pink Kink will help you level up your kink knowledge.
Join us as we share our own wild, sometimes awkward, but always entertaining experiences and spill the tea from our combined 30 plus years in the private and professional kink worlds.
So grab your favorite flogger or wand.
Thank you.
And buckle up. You'll learn, you'll laugh, and who knows, you might just spit out your coffee.
Let's get this kinky party started.
Want more Pink Kink in your life? Join our Patreon and get ready for a whole lot of kinky fun and exclusive perks.
As a patron, you'll unlock access to our private Discord server where you can connect with fellow kinksters and chat directly with us. You'll also score adorable Pink Kink stickers and enjoy a monthly behind-the-scenes podcast packed with juicy tidbits we don't share anywhere else. Plus, get sweet discounts at our Etsy shop, Pink Kink Boutique, and on our online classes at Pink Kink Institute.
But wait, there's more.
More?
Our impactful and electrifying Pink Kinksters get extras, such as bonus content and free digital downloads. Oh, and let's not forget, the Pink standard of patrons will be recognized as producers on both the podcast and on our website, because we couldn't do this without you.
Pink Kink runs on the love and support of our amazing patrons, so join the party today. Visit us at patreon.com/pinkkinkpodcast or click on the link on pinkkinkpodcast.com.
Today's episode is produced by our electrifying Pink Kinksters. Thank you, Jay, Witcherman, Brianna Lynn, Daddy J, Fabe, William P, Claire, Lady Blooding, Naughty and Nice, Butte Pain, Manda Panda, Cat, Stefan, Shadow Phoenix, Christopher, Brian, May Cry Devil, Ruby Riot, Enchanted Sparrow, The Wombat, Impact Hazard, Twitch, The Midnight Girl, Sinful, J21, Daisy If You Do, AK Harley Chick, Serenity, Belle, Eric, Lady Affliction, Pumpkin Pie, Ms. Tourmaline,
S'more, Hacksaw, Wee Mad Beastie, To Be Better For Me, 3 a.m. Thoughts, Crash Override, Iro, Kinky Bear, Sviper No Swiping, Barbie, Navigator Bard, Frost, Coffee and Chaos, Mr. Pillsbury, Peaches, Mighty Owl, Lady and Lex, Chaos Monster, Jessa Lady, DJ Harlow, Ophelia, Drew, Birchbeard, Lady to Kitten, Cydia Lemon, Noir, The Psy Guy, Freddie Queen, Princess Ree, Words Come Slowly, Mississive, Elysium Rose.
Hey Kinksters, it's Rara, and I'm interrupting your regular programming because I've got something very exciting I want to share with you. Have you ever wished you could learn from some of the best BDSM educators in the world without leaving your house? Well, guess what? You can, because the Dom Sub Dynamics Virtual Summit is happening March 31st through April 3rd, and you do not want to miss this. For 4 days, you'll get access to 20 plus expert-led sessions covering everything from bondage skills and punishment hacks to DS protocols, communication, and strengthening your dynamic. This summit is packed with insightful guidance and actionable tools to help you learn and grow. I'm honored to be one of this year's speakers. My session, Breaking Free from Kink Competition, is all about ditching the pressure to out-kink everyone else and focusing on building a dynamic that actually works for you. And the best part of all of this, the summit is completely free. That's right, free. My second favorite four-letter F word. With your free ticket, you'll gain access to each class for 24 hours after it airs, and you can join the summit community and talk with other kinksters. Got a busy schedule? Want to rewatch, take notes, or go back to your favorite sessions? Well, the VIP Pass gives you lifetime access to all the presentations so you can learn at your own pace whenever you want. With the VIP Pass, you get lifetime access to all the summit recordings, my exclusive Kink Without Comparison workbook, bonus content and resources from top kink educators, and extended access to the private DS community. Tickets are available now. Grab your free ticket at domsubdynamics.com/Rara and start watching. And if you don't want to miss a thing, upgrade to VIP for lifetime access before the summit ends. Again, the link is domsubdynamics.com/Rara. Don't miss this chance to level up your DS dynamic. I'll see you at the summit.
This is attempt 526 of this episode.
I'm starting to think maybe this episode did not want to be made.
It's cursed, I tell you.
Well, it's made us curse.
A lot, yeah. And actually, probably more than the episode where we actually purposely cursed.
No, this one definitely was a non-consensual cursing.
This is an exceptionally cursable episode.
Yeah, don't try this at home. We are trained professional cursers.
You got trained?
I'm a New Yorker, yes.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I guess mine is just natural talent. Oh my God, though. Seriously, you guys, you don't understand how, this got so fucking fucked.
And not the pleasant fuck. There were no orgasms to be had.
No, just torture fucking? Is that a thing? Doesn't sound good.
Can't even say C and C. There was nothing consensual about this fucking.
No, this was just, I don't know. I don't like where this analogy is going. So I'm just going to stop there and
understand. We're trying.
No, I'm tired. I've had too long of a day to do this. And now I have to have energy and do all this. All right. So anyway, first time we recorded this episode, doing our thing. We did 3 episodes. We're fine. We go home, blah, blah, blah. I pull up the episode a couple weeks ago, start doing my thing with the editing. And I go, problem. Big problem. There is massive static going all over our voices. And normally I can remove that. But in this case, no other episode we recorded that day had this issue. Just this one. So here we are on a random ass day in the middle of the week, recording instead of going to bed like a normal person.
Because we're masochists at heart.
Well, yes.
Not to mention, we love our listeners and we wanted to give them this, no matter what it took out of us.
Well, no, let's not go that far. Well, so here's the thing, especially because one of our patrons is the inspiration for this episode. Isn't that cute? It's not TikTok.
Well, usually the TikTok is only when I'm the one doing it.
No, have I ever been inspired by a TikTok episode to do? No.
No, you haven't.
A TikTok to do an episode. No, I don't think I have. I don't think I've been ever inspired by any social media to do an episode. I just leave that to Rara. It's fine.
That's what I do.
Yep. She just causes kerfuffles. Oh my God. Speaking of causing a kerfuffle.
Yes. Did you have a turn at kerfuffling?
No.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Uh-huh.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
Rara caused the greatest kerfuffle of all time in our server.
I shared an opinion because remember we have opinions.
It's wrong.
And it was not a very popular opinion.
You might actually be possessed by the devil.
Probably.
I'm going to order a Catholic exorcism for you.
I don't think that works on a Jewish person.
Yeah, probably not. Throw some holy water at you and you're just going to go, eh?
Oh, good. Shower time.
No, it's going to be, I didn't order any water sports.
That's a different episode.
That's coming up. Another one of mine. Hopefully that one doesn't get fucked up too. All right. Well, I think
do I share? But you're not even telling them what my opinion is. You're just going to go on from there?
Also sadist.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, fine. Tell them about the kerfuffle.
That The Princess Bride is overrated.
Oh my God, I can't believe you. I can't. I think you might have actually lost your fucking mind on that.
I don't understand the appeal. I watched it and I went, I don't get it.
There's something wrong with you.
I just, what can I say? I had
Except you're welcome.
Yeah, that's true. I had other campy, much funnier, more clever movies.
Oh, okay, now you've gone too far. I was going to say, it's not meant to be hilariously funny, but it is clever.
I am from the days of Young Frankenstein and Airplane.
Airplane is not funny.
Oh my God, Airplane is hysterical.
No.
Surely you understand the movie.
Don't call me Shirley.
There you go. See?
It's not funny.
I think this is a generational thing.
Probably. but you just dissed an entire generation's most beloved movie, so I think you might be under fire right now.
It's possible. And feel free to send me your hate email.
That's okay. Everybody else can send me your hate email about airplane or whatever the fuck you were talking about. Planes, trains, automobiles.
No. Did you ever watch Mel Brooks movies?
Oh, no, I love most of yes. No, Mel Brooks is hilarious. I just don't find there's certain types of humor I don't find funny. Like, period at all. So, I can't help it.
Hey, you're entitled to your opinion.
But have you seen okay, well, so here's the thing. Life of Brian, hysterical. History of the World Part 1, hysterical. What's the other? There's another Mel Brooks movie that I just love so much.
Oh, my favorite is Young Frankenstein.
Do you know I didn't watch that one until I started dating Daddy J? So 7-ish years ago, 8 years ago now.
Do you know that's about when I finally saw Princess Bride for the first time?
8 years ago. See,
Yeah.
that makes sense because we saw them as adults, not as like stupid ass teenagers. It makes total sense. Have you ever read The Chronicles of Narnia?
Did I read it? No. Did I see the movie? Yes.
Okay. I've done both. They were my favorite books as a kid. I didn't realize that they were like Christian books or anything when I was a kid. I just liked the magic and the lion and everything. And I read them again as an adult. They suck. Like, if it was somebody coming in first time reading it, I would rip those books apart as far as like the writing goes. It's awful. It's not awful. They suck. Like the concept is cool, but reading it as an adult is way different than reading it as a kid.
I think books and movies like that are really niche. And so you've got to be for the right people. And when as a children, we were the right people, and as adults, we're not.
Also, don't come at me. I'm fully aware that Life of Brian is not a fucking Mel Brooks or whatever movie. Okay. I was just talking about the style.
Well, unless you want to join the Patreon and give us money, and then you can come and call her out for being wrong.
No, you can't. No, you fucking can't. It's stupid. But no, I'm fully fucking aware that that's not a thing. I was literally going for the style, but there was another Mel Brooks movie that I can't remember.
High Anxiety was a good one.
It wasn't that one. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to have to go through like a Mel Brooks phase. Wait a minute. Was it Robin Hood Men in Tights? Is that Mel Brooks?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. God damn it. Now I have to know.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I remember watching that. I probably shouldn't have been watching it when I did. Yeah, it's Mel Brooks. Okay, so that was it. That's the one that I was thinking of. God, I love that movie as a kid.
Again, another niche movie.
We're men in tights. Tights. I gotta watch that now. Anyway, and I'm pretty sure it was the same guy, Princess Bride. Now I'm just getting into shit. I gotta watch these movies again.
Carrie Ooles, yes, it was.
Okay.
Who was also the bad guy in Ella Enchanted.
Yes. Love him. Love him in everything. He's done some good stuff. He's done
That's
some
a
very
fun,
good
campy
stuff.
movie.
What, Ella Enchanted?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's another one that's kind of similar to that? Just Enchanted, I think.
Oh, well, Enchanted is its own special thing.
That's its own level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think we have sufficiently bullshitted our way through the beginning of this.
I don't like to think of it as bullshit because I think everything we said was valid.
Well, except for the whole princess.
Our way. We have sticked our way through it.
Okay, we have stuck. What's it? Throw the spaghetti against the wall and see if it sticks?
I tried that once, just out of curiosity, to see if it matched up to whether the spaghetti actually was ready or not. It seems an odd thing to do, but...
Ready spaghetti!
Okay. It's going to be one of those recordings.
Yes, it is.
The ADHD is strong with this one.
Oh, yes, it is. And the little has come out because before we started recording, there was a whole conversation about littles in rage rooms. And now I really want to do it. So now I'm like, little.
Okay, so why don't you bring out the little to do this episode? Have the little talk about it.
Have the little talk about the niche kinks that we're about to talk about? Okay,
yes.
Well, okay. I think that might Well, that definitely works for the first
I
one.
was going to say for the first one.
All right. Anyway, we're going to talk about some off the wall kinks tonight. Speaking of ready spaghetti on the wall, off the wall. That's where I was going with that.
Okay.
ADHD brain.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to follow you, but I'm dizzy. Go ahead.
Strong ADHD brain tonight. Hey, every other ADHDer caught it. Okay. Okay. All right. So the first one we're going to talk about is beards.
Beards. I do love a good beard.
I know. So this is when we first recorded this. I think Rara and I went off for 20 minutes about how much
Just
we
on
loved beards. And we forgot about the rest of the kinks.
But for totally different reasons, which is typical for us.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to read from my notes really quick, and then Rara and I are going to give like our personal opinions. All right. So the attraction to beards for a lot of people is the sensory appeal. They can create a unique texture against the skin. You've got rough. Go ahead, Rara.
Rough? What do you mean?
That's the part that you like, right?
Well, it's one of many things I like. For me, the sensory appeal is just the cherry on top.
Okay. So it could be rough, it could be soft, it could be ticklish, it could be scratchy. You can be drawn to the feeling of the beard rubbing against your thighs or neck or nipples or any other sensitivity type area. You can have so here's the thing. Beards are often associated with like masculinity.
Ding, 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 ding.
And dominance and maturity.
Manly men.
I really, really want to just keep singing, we're men in tights, tights. There's a guy with a beard in it.
You know what? If we were covering tights in our niche kinks, I would say go for it, but I don't think it was on the list.
No, but it was we're men, that part. But they're wearing tights, so it's not like manly men.
Okay. Reel back in.
But you said have the little talk about stuff.
That's not the little. This is the ADHD. I can't even say all the letters anymore.
They're the same thing. The ABCD, yes. Okay, all right. Maturing back up. The like daddy dom archetype, like is often pictured with like the well-groomed beard, and it just adds to the caretaker / dominant aesthetic. A dominant could use the beard as a mark of ownership. Like I almost picture it like a cat rubbing their scent up against somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Like just kind of rubbing their beard up against you. But
with the sound effect, right?
Yeah, it has to have the sound effect,
Gotcha.
Obviously. That's what cats do, right? They go,
Okay. My cat doesn't typically make that sound, but okay.
One of my cats actually made that noise. He would go, not with the R's anyway, but he did that. And I'm serious. I'm like actually dead serious. That was like one of his little noises. But Rara.
Yes.
You mentioned that we like beards for completely different fucking reasons.
Yeah. As I said, the sensory's fine. It's great, but that's not the primary. There's just something for me so manly, so masculine about a beard on a man's face. I mean, I made both of my ex-husbands grow beards because I just love the look of a beard, especially like my first ex-husband had kind of a weak chin, so the beard hid it. It was really great. There's just something about it, and for me personally, I think I've been pretty clear on what attracts me, and I like a very traditional manly man. So the ability to grow the beard and grow it in so it's not patchy just kind of goes along with that whole aesthetic. But I'm not the person who likes the long beards. It's the scruff, the 3-day scruff.
And I hate that. I hate the scratchiness of it. I mean, the look is great, but I hate the feel of it. I cannot work with that. So here's the thing. I like mask looking women. I like androgyny. I like the in-between look. You know? Rara's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Just not my thing.
Oh, see, and I absolutely love it. So when I think of beards, I also really don't like that 3-day scruff look. I like full, thick, nicely tended, conditioned beards. I like the ones that you can braid into and put beads on it like a Viking, or twist with some beard wax and turn it into like an octopus with some handlebar curls. I mean, that's what I like. A beard as art.
It makes sense. Yeah, I don't mind the scratchiness. It's all part of the roughness, like the literal and figurative roughness. I like playing with it and rubbing my hands on it. I do like that. When it's on your inner thighs as they're eating you out, that's just an extra lovely sensation to go along with it. I mean, like if I see a hot guy, but he has a beard, like that just upped the hotness level for me. But not if it's a long beard. It doesn't have to be the scruff, though that is my preference. But as long as it's a well-kept short beard, then I'm very happy.
You've seen my dad, right?
Actually, if I have, it's maybe only once or twice.
I got to show you a picture.
I remember your mom. Now, see, and listen, you want to talk about daddy issues. Maybe this is part of it. My dad had a mustache and beard when I was a young kid. Mm-hmm. And my parents like to tease me about the time that my dad decided to shave off the beard but keep the mustache. And apparently while he was in the bathroom doing it, I sat in the bathroom with him, crying and begging him not to do it.
I would have done the same thing if my dad shaved off his beard. I wouldn't even know who the fuck he was.
Those are my favorite, those TikToks where the dad shaves and then hides his face behind like a towel and then shows it to their kid. And their kid does like a double take, like, who the hell are you? What'd you do with my dad?
So you like it when babies cry?
I don't like when babies cry, but it makes me laugh that it only takes them like 30 seconds to figure out who it really is.
Yeah, no, that's traumatizing as shit. So speaking of daddy whatevers, this may be a reason why I have the whole beard daddy association. When I was little, my dad used to tuck me in at night. And I still have Daddy J tuck me in at night, every single night, by the way. But we did a thing. We sang our special song. It was just our song. And then my dad we would do like the types of kisses. Mm-hmm. So we do conventional, which is, little peck. And then we would do cheeky, which is, both cheeks, kind of press your cheeks up against each other like you're French, rub the nose. And then we would do furball. And that would involve, I had two choices. I could do alphabet furball, or he would actually like draw the alphabet on my face with this beard, or full face furball, which is where he would take his beard and just rub it the fuck all over my face, which is, I think, the one I usually picked. But if I wanted bedtime to last longer, I would do alphabet. Easy choice. I think that's like a big reason why I really associate that in the CGL thing, is because of that tuck-in routine. The other thing that was really fun, you remember, what was it, two years ago, I think, when we were at Winter Fire, I abandoned you in the bar, and because I saw a couple of people that I knew, and it was Cards and Cosmo and this one other guy. I'm not entirely sure who it was, but all three of them are just the bearded wonders. I mean, they had absolutely glorious beards. And I asked them if I could do a really quick beard judging competition. And I was just like, they were like, of course, and I literally was squeezing and feeling up their beards. Cards won.
If it's that point where it's that long, it just doesn't do anything for me.
Oh, I love it. I love squishing it in my hands, but that's like a tactile thing for me. I just don't like that scruff.
See, and the tactile for me is the scruff. I will just rub with the scruff.
See? Same damn kink, completely opposite directions. Okay, so one thing apparently that you could do, and I didn't know this was a thing, but forced beard rubbing. Like the bearded partner, I guess, could force their partner to feel their beard in an intense, teasing, or humiliating way. Like, you have to stand perfectly still or sit still, and I just tease you with my beard. And again, it doesn't have to be on the face.
That makes sense, though. It's like a form of tickle torture, but instead of your fingers or a feather, you're using your beard.
Yeah, I think that's actually really cool.
I mean, I've done I've had partners who have intentionally like held my thighs open and rubbed their scratchy beard over my inner thighs and, over my breasts and just use that as another sensation.
Well, that's because you're a physical masochist.
Yeah, I am.
I would not be able to stand that. I'd be like, oh, nope, get off me. Nope, bye. Okay, so just like any other kink, obviously you have to discuss your preferences first, because if you are expecting a rah-rah and you get a me, you're going to have a problem.
You're not going to be happy.
Someone's not going to be happy. So anyway, negotiation always, always, always. Also, people, if you have a thing for beards and you see somebody with a glorious, gorgeous beard and you want to go touch it, beards are like dogs. You always ask if you can pet it. You have to ask first.
Anytime you touch somebody, you should ask permission first.
Well, yes, but I thought my analogy was cute. I saw another pit bull at the vet the other day, and I immediately just wanted to flop on the floor and let this puppy just crawl all over me and give me kisses, and he definitely wanted to. But I very dutifully turned around and I said, "Can I pet him?" And of course, I got a yes in there.
Can I pet the puppy? Can I pet the puppy?
Can I pet that dog? One other thing I just want to mention about the beard play thing and negotiations and, possibly things that may go wrong. If you use beard oils or scents, that can be, people can have allergic reactions to that. So if you are a beard owner, don't just run up and plop your beard on somebody's head. Because, first of all, consent. And second of all, you may trigger somebody's allergic reaction. So here's the other thing. I think one of the reasons I can't stand that scratchy feeling is because I have incredibly sensitive skin. And that scratch will literally leave abrasions on my skin.
I mean, it's not a sensation you enjoy.
No.
That's fine.
And I don't enjoy having to put aloe on my skin afterwards. You can do a few different things with this. You can do service and care play. So like the submissive could brush or trim or oil or condition the dominant's beard as an act of devotion. The dom could allow their submissive to maintain their beard as a mark of trust and ownership. You could even create rituals around the beard care, like every Sunday you massage oil into my beard.
I never been with somebody with a long beard because it's not my taste, but the people that I know who do that, like there is quite the ritual. Same thing like we have with taking care of our hair. There's quite the ritual that they go through of the brushing and the trimming and the conditioning.
Absolutely.
To keep it in good shape.
You could even do like shaving as a scene. Go ahead, do it. I'm
Shaving
seeing
it
your
off?
face. No, shave and a haircut. 2 bits.
2 bits.
Yeah. I thought you were going to do that.
No, if I had a partner who with that kind of a long beard, I would probably make a bet about something. And if they lost, then I'd make them have a rainbow beard.
A rainbow beard?
Yeah, I would dye their beard into a rainbow.
Oh, that's funny. Don't do a glitter beard though.
Why not?
Because then there's glitter everywhere and glitter is horrible. And I say that as a little, it's still horrible. Come at me. You could do something like negotiating hair control. Like you could shave the beard if you earn the right. Now, I know a lot of people, the beard wouldn't be shaved off. It's more like trimming the neck area so that part is clean, or the cheek area, and have like a very precise shape to the beard. And I have actually shaved Daddy J as like a service sub thing. And it's really fun. I also do it because sometimes he just fucking misses. And I'm like, you missed a whole spot. Here, let me fix it for you. That's the wife part coming out.
The other thing to remember is, so we've been talking a lot about this, is if it's the dominant who has the beard and the submissive is the one taking care of them, it can very well be reversed, that the submissive is the one with the beard and the dominant sets up rules about taking care of their beard, how long their beard has to be, how often they are allowed to trim it, or how often they're allowed to do it ever. And it may be that the dom is telling them, okay, so you have to like massage me with your beard. You have to rub it over. It's not That's the cool thing. You can take just about anything that we do and change which side's the dominant and which side's the submissive, and it's still very much a DS thing.
Well, I'm picturing a dominant little with a bearded partner. And all I'm seeing is the little saying, okay, here's your punishment, and braiding the beard and putting little bells and doodads in it.
Well,
I'm actually picturing croc gibbets right now.
I will tell you, as a dominant, unless it was a hard limit, I would probably make my submissive grow a beard.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love beards, and I probably would make them grow the 3-day scruff. Like, you could shave every third or fourth day.
Or you don't even have to shave it all off and regrow it every time. You could do something like when you have the trimmer and they have the guard on it at a certain length, you have to keep it at this certain length.
Right. And I would absolutely make rules around that, assuming this falls within the boundaries of what they've set. But yeah,
right.
I would make it a rule that my submissive has to have a beard.
You could throw a little bit of sensory deprivation into it and like blindfold them and then say, you can't see what I've done to your beard until you take off the blindfold. That'd be fun.
So just think about that this kink can go for either side.
Yeah. In a lot of different ways. Oh, can you imagine if you're shaving the beard and you decide to do like a little design in it with the razor?
You'd have to be careful because if they're a working adult, that might not work in their job. So just make sure you've got maybe it's something you do during vacation, that once the vacation's over, you could not worry about it.
Okay, so wait. Picture it. You got your big old scruff, right? And it's like really thick. Just picture it, okay? And then they're about to shave it off completely. They're going to go bald-faced.
Red.
Okay, wait. Okay. So they're about to do that, and you shave like a penis shape into their beard, take a picture of it, and then let them shave it all off.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm that talented to do that, but it would be fun if I could figure it out.
I am. Because remember, way back in the day, that was what I did. Well, not a penis, but I shaved my pubic hair into a heart. I'm pretty sure I could shave a penis into a beard.
Ooh, Daddy J, will you accept this challenge?
He wouldn't, because he can't grow enough facial hair to let me do it. He's patchy.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. That's why you never thought that he was like, hot stuff. Because he's a baby face.
He's adorable. But no, I would not describe hot, but I would say he's adorable.
Not your type of hot, but he is my type of hot.
But if somebody asked me to describe him, I wouldn't say, oh, he's hot. I would go, oh, he's adorable.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so do you want to move on to the next one?
Ooh. Sure.
Oh, I just went down several pages that I have no idea where my notes are anymore.
Well,
there we go.
The next one it leads in from this first part, because now we're talking about shaving and haircuts and the whole power and control over the appearance. Like when your female dominant says to her male submissive, you must grow a beard.
Right. That's going to be like the theme for the rest of the episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
But so like the thing with hair, doesn't matter. Beards, regular hair, Rara can attest to this. A lot of the time, hair is identity. It is who you are. So having control over someone's hair style or color is really a powerful thing in a dynamic. And it's incredibly intimate too.
I know, even in like a vanilla marriage, you'll find a lot where like the woman wants to cut her hair short. The guy's going, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, so that just smacks of misogyny, to be honest, because the traditional long hair on a female body or whatever represents youth, and the shorter hair is usually associated with old. This just psychological association. And so when the woman wants to cut her hair because she's sick of dealing with or honestly, anyone who has long hair, and you're dealing with, I don't fucking want to deal with this long hair anymore. It's aggravating me. I don't like the process. So, for example, people with my medical condition sometimes really can't handle having long hair because they can't hold their arms up long enough to actually go through the process of drying it and brushing it. So they cut it off. I had like my very first actual serious boyfriend had a 1.5 foot long ponytail. And I could spend an incredibly long time brushing his hair. And I adored his hair. I always adored his hair. I loved his long hair. Oh my, I think his hair was like the reason I had such a big fucking crush on him before we started dating. And then after we started dating, the bastard cut his hair.
The nerve.
Not to donate it. That wasn't why he was growing it out or anything. He just cut it.
Well, probably for the same reasons women do it. It was a lot of work.
I get it, but he didn't tell me he was going to do it. And it like absolutely lost the power. Like he just wasn't hot to me anymore.
See, but that's fine because that's when he would have become hot to me.
No, but it wasn't a good haircut, Rara.
Well, yeah, it's got to be a good haircut. But I like a clean cut guy. I like short hair. As I always laugh, I like a gentleman in the streets and a beast in the sheets.
No, this was like above the shoulder length and he would pull it in a half up. And I'm like, no.
Okay, I have to confess another opinion. I don't like man buns.
Oh, I actually like them.
I don't do man buns, no.
I like it when you can put it in a ponytail. I like it when your hair gets pulled. I like it in elf form. I like Lucius Malfoy hair. I like anything. Rara is Agent Smith style hair.
Chris
and
Evans.
I am all the fantasy guys.
Give me Chris Evans.
Yeah, I know, but I was going with the same actor.
He's hot. The guy who plays Lucius. He is hot.
Yeah, but he was also hot as
Isaacs.
Elrond.
Oh, with that dark hair and the scruff.
See?
And it's short. Oh, yeah, that's what does it for me.
I like him. But yes, Lucius Malfoy, for some reason, that was just, he was the epitome of hot. Also evil, but like hot.
Hot evil.
Well, yeah, because it was like the long hair and the debonair cane and the suit. And it was just like, ooh, yes. All right, way off topic. Still on just hair being glorious. But here's the thing. This is the kink. It's not the long hair. It's not the brushing of the hair. The kink is actually cutting the hair or watching somebody get a haircut or being involved in some way in the decision of the hairstyle and a big dramatic change. This is what inspired this episode. This particular kink inspired this episode because we have somebody in our Discord who has this kink and mentioned something about, I don't even know how this came up. They mentioned it and I said, what? Like it immediately caught my attention because it is such a niche kink. I had never heard of it. And I was like, you're going to have to explain this to me. What is the deal? We started a thread about it separately. And they said that one of the things that they were so excited about was they went to a barbershop and there was a woman in the chair opposite and they could see, they weren't like, they couldn't hear the conversation. They couldn't hear the consultation part of it. But he said that he was looking forward to watching that person's haircut more than getting his own haircut and going like, oh my God, what's it going to be? Is it going to be a big dramatic change? Is it going to be just a little bit of a trim? Are they going to get a color change? Are they going to shave part of it? Like just the anticipation of what this haircut was going to look like was apparently making him nuts.
I'd never heard of this before.
Right. Well, did you read any of it in the thread?
I did. I mean, I read what was originally written. Yeah.
Right. I've never heard of this either. And I was like, this is so different. Like, I have to know more. So one of the other ones was, I can't pull up the thread right now because I turned off Discord, but I think it was his wife and he was going to help her dye her hair. And they had sectioned their hair or her hair up into like the little rows, I guess, like the horizontal rows, and you pin it and then you pull one down and you color it.
Right.
Pull one down, color it. And apparently she had her hair mostly up and it was just like the very first layer, the very first under layer. And he said he was looking at it and going, that'd be really cool to just shave that right off.
No.
Oh, he didn't do it. But he was looking at it and going, that would be amazing with an undercut. And just like fantasizing about the different ways that the hair could be cut.
See, I could understand it from a control standpoint. I'm the dominant. I will tell you what haircut looks best on you, what color looks best on you, all of that. And it's just another thing to potentially control. But the idea of being turned on by the haircut itself, that's new to me.
It's incredibly new to me too, but like I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, see, again, I'm not seeing this from his point of view where it's sexy and hot as hell to cut somebody's hair. I'm like, it does nothing. It doesn't have any reaction. But for me, it's the idea that somebody has this kink and is describing it to me. That's the part that I like. You know, I just go nuts about that.
Well, it's always interesting to find out other things that people are into.
Well, it kind of makes me think about like what other aspects besides like the hair on the top of your head would count for this. Would you shave somebody's pubic hair?
Does the leg hair count? Armpit hair? There are people, I'm sure there are people who are turned on by armpit hair.
Oh, yes. We're actually going to talk about that in the next section. It's a lot of hair in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So wait a minute. Is it like, do you use a regular razor? Is it just little tiny nail scissors? Do you get off on those videos of people who try to, like, you know, on TikTok, the trend with cutting your own bangs and they fuck up and they look like horribly surprised when the bangs look like shit? Is it like a straight razor? Would that count? What about lasering it off? Would that count? What about nair?
Waxing?
Sure. Is it the hair removal? Is it the change? Or is it the actual like cut scissors part? Anybody else who has this fetish, or you, the person who inspired this entire thing, please answer me because these are burning questions.
The people want to know.
Ooh, is it like when you get a bald person and you take a razor and you run it over their head so that they're like baby butt smooth?
So Diesel is bald by choice.
Diesel is baby butt.
He shaves it. And I will tell you, it took me a while to get used to because I'm like, what do I hold on to?
Yeah.
I love to grab hair and hold on to it and run my fingers through the hair. And there's nothing there to hold on to. And
I want to lick his head.
Holding on to ears seems so weird.
Well,
So,
his shoulders, right?
Shoulders is what I finally decided.
Well, I really want to lick his head.
Okay. I'm sure if you ask him, he might
he'd
consider
probably
it.
let me. But I almost never see the dude, so
Snuffy.
it has never come up. Okay, just really, really quickly, again, with the whole negotiation and the consent, do not cut somebody's hair, do not shave somebody's beard, do not remove any part of another person's body, whether it be dead cells or not, without their consent. Don't do it.
Sad we have to point that out, and yet we have to point that out.
So, first of all, it is a hate crime if you cut certain cultures' hair. It is a hate crime if you reveal certain cultures' hair. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. It is assault. It is actual assault if you cut somebody's hair without their consent. Don't do it. Do not. So anyway, got that off my chest because I swear to God, if somebody runs up to you and cuts your hair and then is like, it's okay, it's my kink, I'm gonna be like, okay, first of all, assault. Second of all, kinking without permission. Like, no. But yeah, just don't do it. So if you have this kink, you need to, again, discuss hard limits. So you could maybe brush somebody's hair. You could maybe style somebody's hair. But I'm going to tell you, there's not a whole lot of people that just let a random person cut their hair.
No. But you might have limits, let's say because of what you do for a living, where your hair has to be a certain way. And so I know there's companies that do have it as part of their protocol. You can't color your hair a color that is not natural. So like you could become brunette or redhead or blonde, but you could not walk around with blue or green hair.
I can see that. I have always done a variation of red. Mine is currently like a purpley red. It's an ombre. It's like it goes from purple on the top and then it fades down into a red to a hot pink at the tips. You can't see it right now because it's in a bun. I know a lot of different companies that have that and different careers that have that. And it's, it can be difficult.
So that would be a limit, or maybe they're in a profession that requires them to have their hair up.
Some people have to have theirs in a hair net.
Right. So these are all the potential hard limits surrounding it. And, for some people, not that I'm a submissive, but let's just say for argument's sake that I would not allow my hair to be something that my dominant can control. It's my hair. I'm the one to take care of it. It's my decision.
Oh, no, my hair is a non-negotiable. You don't fucking touch my hair. I can't stand it when I have my hair in curls and Daddy J comes and rubs my head because then all it does is fucks up my curls and it gives me frizz. I hate it. But when my hair is straight, he can run his fingers through it all day long. That's fine. So a workaround that you could do is wear a wig.
Wigs are fun.
I love wigs. I have several. And mine are cheap as shit wigs from Amazon, so it doesn't really matter if they get fucked up. I could just get a new one. I won't because they're cute and I like them. But it's an option. If you have this fetish and you want to do this in a safe, consensual way, your partner could wear a wig and you could cut it. Style it, make it cute, cut off the little pigtails. I can kind of see this happen. So speaking of armpit hair.
Oh, yeah. I'm curious about this section and dreading it all at the same time.
This one is, I picked it because this one is not one that I've only met one person in my entire 20 some odd years in the kinkdom with this particular kink. I know they exist, but in person, I have only met one person with a body odor kink.
Is it because body odor doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad odor?
No, but okay. So like for this person, it was specifically armpit smell, like not deodorized armpit smell.
Lovely.
Not like unwashed ass smell.
Yeah, I'm not smelling an unwashed ass. No, thank you.
Well, no, you're not. But what if somebody has that kink?
That's okay. They can't smell mine either.
Well, there's lots of people, like you said, some of your foot clients like the smell.
They do.
That's a body odor smell.
Even as short as I am, they're far enough away I don't have to smell them.
Depends on how bad they are, though, right? If you've been wearing the same socks for 3 days, like one of your clients likes.
I actually don't smell them, but I feel it. Like it, you can, especially when the sock is on. The sock is, dare I
squishy,
say, moist.
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't even that's not a word that does anything for me, but even I am affected by that at this point because now I'm just thinking moist sock on feet and I'm okay. So the story is this one particular person. This is the same person that when they came over was not, one of the rules was they were not allowed to eat food until they ate me. Like that was the main rule of the weekend. So I got eaten out like 3 or 4 times a day for that entire weekend. Oh, it was fantastic. It was amazing. She was very, very good at what she did. Let me tell you. Very, very good.
Look, pheromones can be a really big thing. I will always say like something about Voldemort's pheromones got to me.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to take one of his shirts when I'd visit him. I would take one of his dirty shirts that smelled like him, put it in a Ziploc bag, and bring it home with me. And whenever I find myself sad or missing him, I would take it out, I would smell it, and I would put it back in. I mean, have you ever been in a situation where like you roll over onto your partner's side of the bed just so you can smell their pillow because it smells like them?
I do that in the morning when Daddy J goes to the bathroom and I'm just in bed.
So I definitely understand this idea of the person that you are with, that you love, whatever reference you want to say, that their smell is special to you. But it's the idea of their armpits or another good sweaty spot is the inner thigh. For me and you, it's under the boob.
Right. Oh God, yes. But for us, it's not a good smell. It's a stinky smell.
Stinky.
to people with this kink, it's a good smell. They like the smell. They actually are drawn to the natural sweat and the musk. And it's like, I guess it's like a primal thing, but to them, I guess it like intensifies the attraction. You know, I could absolutely 100% see this as being part of primal play.
That makes sense.
100%. I can picture somebody getting chased, like the prey getting chased, taken down, and then they're like all sweaty and, covered in stuff. And then the primal one just goes big old whiff. Ooh, also, I know a lot of people that really appreciate the sweat from a workout.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the smell or just the appreciation of the workout itself.
As the mother of 2 boys, no.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
No.
But yeah, it can be, I guess that smell itself is kind of a fetish. So I don't like the natural smell itself, but I do have a thing for Daddy J's deodorant. Like a big thing. If he wants me to snuggle him at night, he literally takes his deodorant and puts it on before he goes to bed. And then a lot of times he'll put like a stripe of it down the middle of his chest. And I just sort of like
face plant,
gravitate. Yeah, well, yeah, face plant would be actually probably a better.
I've seen you with him. You face plant.
Yeah, that's more accurate. That's definitely more accurate. But there's also people that like the natural underwear smell. I mean, we've literally discussed this before where people sell their panties and it has the smell.
They're worn panties, yes.
Mm-hmm. So
and they're worn socks. I've sold my dirty socks.
I still want to sell my underwear. I think that'd be awesome. I want to figure out how to do that, but not on what's that website? Gray something?
I don't know.
I don't remember what it was. Maybe we could sell them on Craigslist, but I think that'd be fun. So one thing that you have to take into account, though, is hygiene. Some people may not appreciate the smell when you are preparing for a scene that involves the smell, the sweat, the wearing the socks for several days. If you were around, or the underwear, not changing your underwear for a couple days, especially if you're a vagina owner, that can get tricky.
A little risky.
Shall we say?
A little risky.
So, prick. What I want to say, prick it up or something. What I don't know, but whatever. Be aware that you are courting hygiene issues. You may be courting athlete's foot. You may be courting some. If you have used a cucumber, you may have also experienced this.
All hail the cucumber.
Yeah, well, it's a yeast infection, guys. Just be careful. So. Again, just all this stuff is just negotiate, figure out your safety risks, because that to me, I think would be the worst, is the potential for a yeast infection, because that's
uncomfortable.
That's too much.
It requires a doctor's visit and medication.
Well, we got time for just very, very barely one more. But here's the thing. I know zip zilch nada what about this one?
What's really funny is I literally read a book that this was in 2 days ago.
That figures.
So what we are talking about is cock warming. Now, I have seen 2 different definitions of cock warming. One is apparently used by some people where the penis can be inside the vagina, but then it just hangs out. There's no thrusting. There's no movement. It just hangs out.
That just seems pointless. That's just where I'm coming from with this.
The one that I have seen it most used as is that's warmed in a mouth.
Okay, see, now that's just a binky.
Where the cock is often used as a pacifier.
See? My little brain went immediately to that.
Well, so I have seen it used in books, mostly in situations of daddy dom and baby girls, little girls.
Mm-hmm.
Where she uses the cock as a pacifier, and she goes to sleep at night with it in her mouth as a pacifier. But I recently read a book, and this was very fascinating because it was not a daddy dom little. It was also not a BDSM romance either.
Why were you reading it?
Because I read other than just BDSM romance.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. So in this instance, and I thought this was fascinating, she's an SA survivor.
Mm-hmm.
And when she finds herself getting overwhelmed, there's something about sucking on her partner's cock that calms her down because she's in control.
Okay, that I
over
understand completely.
She's in control over that cock, and that cock is nothing more than a tool to her. And it doesn't hurt her. It doesn't get to go anywhere she doesn't want it to go. And it's about taking back her control. And she finds it very
love
calming.
that.
So, and I'll give a quick little tease here because I think this will come out in time. At the end of the month, and I believe the date is March 27th, is our next Pink Kink Institute class, where we're bringing in Moxie Rose. You might have heard her from TikTok or Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to be talking about using kink to recover from sexual trauma.
Which I have done.
And to me, this whole cock warming and what this particular character did very much fit into that. So if you go to the link tree, which is in the show notes, there you'll see the link to the class if you're interested in attending. But I'd never seen it used this way before. I'd only ever seen it used as a little, using it as a pacifier. And I thought it was very fascinating.
That actually sounds really, I mean, that's different enough that it's completely, like, I don't have any notes on that whatsoever. Like, everything that I found, it's, comfort, endurance, intimate, nonverbal signals, don't chew on the penis. I have been told this many times.
Yeah, they don't like the teeth.
Well, because I said something like, I'm a shark,
Right.
and Daddy J goes, no sharky, no shark.
Right? For some people, it's the putting it within the vagina without thrusting or active movement. I've actually seen it used as people so they can claim they didn't have sex. Which
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure I buy that. I think that strikes me very much like that whole thing, that whole song about Jesus says stay virgin, so you have to fuck me in the butt.
Oh my God, I was just going to say
right?
that. I was like, that's just like saying I'm still a virgin because I only get fucked in the ass.
Right.
Like, that's not how, like, seriously.
But it's also, for some people, it's a total power control thing of edging, patience training. You can't come until I give you permission to come.
Yeah, thing. I've done that. I love doing that.
Right. And for some people,
that's awesome.
Listen, and I have to confess, I have done it in the past at the end of sex. So like the guy has come and we just keep the penis in there till it falls out because we just love that feeling of still being connected.
Okay. Yeah, I've done that too. And then I just like fall over.
Right. And eventually, if you laugh enough, it slides out. If you move too much, it slides out. If it's, as it comes down, it slides out.
Yeah. Well, so that is really like funny though, because apparently I have done this in several different ways and did not know that it had a name. So
now we're going to just call you Dara the cock warmer?
Well, no. No.
Yeah, I think no matter what you use it for, it's, as I said, I would do it not in the mouth, but I would do it have it stay in my pussy. And so I could keep that connection going with my partner that much longer. Because
I like that.
Right? Because especially if the sex is really good, you feel very connected and you don't want it to end.
Yeah. No, I like that. So now I need to go get a binky.
You have a binky. He's upstairs.
Mm-hmm. It's called Daddy J Binky.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Kinks that we've basically never heard of.
Well, I'd heard of cock warming before this, just because it's been in the books. But I may not have actually ever heard of somebody who thought of this as a kink, but I know for me, beards have always been a preference. Way back in the day when I was in Vanilla World, they were always a preference for me.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely turned me on. A well-groomed man with a 3-day scruff and a good haircut is a big turn on for me.
See, I knew we would come back to the beards at some point. We can't stop talking about them.
Do love me a good beard.
Only if they're like longer though.
Shorter. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you enjoyed what you heard, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a minute of our fun and educational content. New episodes drop every Friday.
If you love what we do and want to help us keep creating, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/pinkkinkpodcast. You can also support our affiliates to benefit small businesses and us at the same time.
No extra cash? No problem. You can still help by spreading the word about your favorite kinky podcast. Share us with your friends, and don't forget to rate and review us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. Those 5-star reviews mean the world to us. And those 5-star reviews go a long way in boosting our podcast through the algorithm and reaching more listeners.
Sign up for our Pink Kink Institute classes. Shop at our Etsy shop, Pink Kink Boutique. Stay connected with us on social media. You'll find all the links on our link tree posted in the show notes.
Your support means the world to us. So until next time, stay pink
and level up your kink knowledge.